Okay, we're going with video number 3 of my Jovita Idar 25-cent coins. Um, Maybe we'll get more luck on this end. Did quite a few already, but we'll see what we got. I'm gonna switch over to the microscope and see what we got. Alright, number 1. Idar. Let's check the lettering first. The field. You see any bleed through or cracks? See face. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. So flip her over. See if George has a better story to tell. Come on, George, say something. Other than a coin scratch. He's got little chips on his chin, on his neck. It's interesting. It could be a scratch. Alright, we got a little raised rim here. Hold on. No, it's just kind of like a shadow. Maybe not. Definitely a dye chip or something on his larynx. What did I say? Larynx. No drooling. That's about it. Alright. Enough of that. I'll save on to that just because there's a dye chip on it. Let's see, next one. So these coins get so damaged from the mint. Look at that big dent. Another chip, small chip, debris. Stain. Another little teeny chip there, or stain. It's a scratch. Alright, nothing serious going on with this coin. So, off to the pile of nothings. Maybe we'll better luck doing it like this. Alright. Stop in the bottom. Dollar. Alright, this is getting to be annoying. This plastic thing is sticking to my gloves. Alright. No, nothing there. Not a lot of definition in the hair. That's normal shadowing, I would assume. Alright. Let's see what George has to say. I'll try to do this without getting my gloves stuck in it. Stain. Nothing special. Let's see. No, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Let's see something that really pops out. I don't know. Got a little line on the nose there. That's just part of the dye. A little coin damage right there. Nope. Off to the pond. I'm gonna hit one. Something's gonna happen. I ain't giving up yet. Alright. More staining. Nothing coming through the field. Nothing there. Let's see, George. What you got, George? George ain't talking. He's got a big old scratch in his neck. Look at that. That's a piece of debris. Looks like a scratch. Looks like he's got a little bit of... Do something about that lip, George. So those women you hang out with. Oh. Should we call this one Herpes George? There's definitely something on there. It's so small. E. Well, let this one go. What do we got? Nothing. Looks like a scratch on a cheek. I gotta do something with this. Yeah, that's interesting on the top there. Looks like debris is laying on the rim. I think a scratch would have followed through on that middle area, but it's so small. I'm not gonna pay too much mind to it. It's like little fragments of chips. Definitely no wow factor here. Let's see what we got with George. Yeah. Field looks clean. Date looks good. Little cheek issues. Could be a scratch. He's got that one line right in the hair. Let's see if I can steady it. And that, no doubt, is debris. You see it goes underneath, up and around the hairline. See, George with a bobby pin. It's a minor error, but it's there. And this again, this one's got that ring. This very consistent. We have that same ring going from the forehead, past the nose, past the chin, and into the 0 of the 20. And this one's actually going past it. Looks like it's actually going into the lower neck area as well. Had a few of these. This is telling me they're dye related, no doubt. Looks like a dyed break from that S, or beginning of one, or debris. It's got that ring. Definitely it's very fine, but it's defined ring. Let's see if we can hold on to this one. You can come up with something. And just because. I mean, it's to me, these are blemishes. They, unless it's a proof strike and everything's perfect, that even uncirculated, that really doesn't draw a lot of attention for me, other than the fact that I have a few that have the same exact line, which is showing a consistent issue with the stamping in this lot. So hopefully we'll get some more clarity on that. I'm gonna put this one, save it for later. Got a few now. Let's see. Got a Jovita. Let's see what you got. Have to find a coin that's broken right there. Alright, there we go. Let's start at the bottom. Chip there, scratch. It looks like a die break in the field. Or debris. Could be a scratch. You know, again, it's so minute. I wouldn't even consider it an error. And there's so many little debris issues with these coins. And again, if it's not something like looks like a dagger through her head or whatever, I'm not gonna pay too much attention to it. You know, if it's a double die error or something, but you know, I've seen so many issues with these new, you know, woman series quarters. Yeah, if you agree, let me know. That's something in the hair right there. It looks like get the light on it right. Looks like just so minor. Okay. I'm gonna flip you over. Look at George. Nothing to write home on that coin, that side. Let's see what we got for George. Let's just see one double die. See, now he's got a big old chip on, or whatever, debris on his cheekbone. Doesn't look like a scratch. Looks like a raised area. This is Scarface George. I don't know. It's definitely something. I don't think it's a scratch. It's running down. Let's see if I can get this straight. You know, up off his cheekbone, up to his temple area. It looks raised. Again, you know, these little, you know, impurities. I don't. There's something going on with the rim. A little double rimming going on. Or a shadow on the rim. It ends there. And you know, again, that is, it's kind of nice to see that, but it's not severe enough for me to, you know, make issue of it. That thing on his cheek, it could be a scratch. Let me try to get the light on it. Yeah, that's a scratch. Alright. And also it looks like a dye chip on his cheekbone right there. Like a shaving. It got pressed back down. Definitely looks like that to me. Alright. And there's another one right there. Right dead center. Doesn't look like part of the design. But again, I'll let this one pass. There's not enough in it for me to. So what are you trying to sell that for? Sell it. I could list on eBay, but you know they gotta look nice. They gotta, you know, have the wow factor. I sit there, you know, you end up putting stuff on eBay, the only one that makes money is eBay. And I can't see people going nuts over or something that is so minute, or in this case, very common. I got some sort of line there. That is. Uh, Nothing standing out. Okay, off to the other side. Let's see what we got. Uh, just scratches. Alright. I'm done with that one. Let's see what we got here. Start from the top. Little scratch. Alright. Off the side too. Obverse. Alright. Let's see what George has to say. Yeah, that little spot that was in the other coin is part of the design. Nothing here. That's his eye. It's got a rashing going on. But no, nothing crazy. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got. Alright. It's got a lot of weak strike on the bottom again, which states not terribly. I could get one with 8 fingers, that would be neat. That's definitely a die chip. It's actually, that may be something to put in the pile of goodies, because it's in the field. The infamous field of Jovita Idar. And look at that, it's right smack in her face. And there's no dispute that that's a die chip, or, you know, from the plane chip itself, somehow ended up getting stamped. So it's actually, you know, it's got validity to it. So we're gonna hold on to this coin, and let's check the other side first. And if you agree, let me know, or if you think I'm crazy, you'll let me know that too. I see right off the bat, right in George's hair, he's got some debris. Die chips? Could be. I think it's more, not die chips, but, part of the coin itself, breaking off. Something over his eye. But yeah, that's definitely 2 right there. So this one's got enough for interest value. I'm gonna list this one. Just because that one right in the middle of the field on the reverse side. Look at that. That's a scratch. It looks kind of raised, but it's the shape of a quarter, so we're just gonna ignore that. Well, I don't know. But pay attention to that die chip. And then the one on the other side. Okay. Let's get some more out. We got quite a few left to do. The bags that come from the mint, really heavy duty canvas. I'm impressed. Alright. What do we got here? A little something on her nose. Yeah, nothing crazy. That's that's definitely a scratch in her hair. See, it's along the raised areas. I'm sticking with it. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. Now look, we got the same. That looks more of a stain though. And a little rashing going on. Nothing crazy. Probably hair there. Let's see. Let's see what George has. Let's see. I never quite understood what that. It's not an earring. The ear's over there. A little. Every one has a little bump on the end of the hair. Right there in the middle. I don't know what that is. But it's definitely part of the design of the coin. This is interesting. Nothing to write home about. Alright, enough of that coin. Alright, right out of the gate. What do we got there? Got little debris. You can tell it's not as severe as the other one, but it is casting a shadow. Let's see what else we got. It's in the middle of Cristiano. It's definitely a dye chip right there. It's very thin, but it's there. There's that bump right there. I don't know. That's a scratch or a nick. Looks like it could be a shadow. Yeah, could be a piece of debris on the end. Well, I'm gonna look at the other side. I think I may keep this one. I'd just be embarrassed if I said, yeah, look at that, it's a dye chip, and somebody, pays a few bucks for it, and it turns out it's nothing. I don't know. I don't know what you would do. And this microscope shows up a lot of stuff, but it also gives odd readings for shadows. Like what's going on with her face here? Like she had a fight with a cat. That's definitely a coin. Coin came across and gouged her up a bit. So, let's see what we got on the front. Yeah, there we go. See that ring? Going from 2, 0, around the nose to the top. I think that's the 3rd or 4th coin I have with that. If you got a better idea, I mean, I have no idea what that's from. Other than maybe too much pressure on the die, or I don't know. If it's the beginning of a die break, it's just showing up gently. But I got 3 or 4 of the pretty much the exact same location. Running on just like that. So I'm going to put this one aside. We'll get back to it. I don't know. Let me know. 33:56 on the timer. Just let me know what you think. I appreciate it. Right. Next. Look at that. It's doing that same thing. Why it floats right there, I don't know. This one doesn't cast much of a shadow, if anything. It's like a... Alright, let's go. Yeah. again, this one I'm saving. Well, no, the other one I saved because of the ring. But that's got that. Could be a chip. I don't know. I can't sell it as saying, yeah, that's a chip. The one next to a cheek. That one looks maybe not a coin, a scratch, but it's because the spacing. Uh, the bottom line is these coins are so messy. If you agree, let me know. And, I'd like then a lot to be perfect and then come across issues instead of nearly every coin has an issue. Beyond scratches. See, right off the gate, I'm looking for that line. It's not on this one. Uh, I'm putting this back. I'm not even gonna show it because it's too common. So somebody eventually may get it. I'm gonna sell all these uncirculated. I guess I call them BUs, but the condition and all the scratches and nicks and all that, I wouldn't even call them BU at this point. And they are brilliant, they are uncirculated, but they're not, in my opinion, good uncirculated condition. I mean, they are good, but they're just, the stains alone, just looking at the stains from the mint. From the mint. Look at all those stains. Look at it. See that? That's not mirror-like. Looks like, like somebody smoked cigars with it. So a lot of coins have that. And if you're looking at these coins and see that yourself, wondering, well, hey, look at all that staining. The same thing. Here's another one. The same. Maybe there's a nick in the die, and all coming up right there. That could be it. Maybe there's something stuck on the die. I don't know. There's definitely. Alright, let's flip her over. I got the same. Yeah, I got it. No, it's too small for me to even give it a second thought. Let's see. Look at that stain. That's just too much. Look at that. If that's caused from not cleaning the planchets or whatever, I'm maybe I can't say the bag is leaching. Maybe it was. I don't know. Something's going on. If anyone has an idea what the heck's going on, just let me know. It's like. I know the microscope gives off a false color here and there, but not like that. Not shaped on its own in a field. you know, where you have highlights of the hair and this and that. I've seen the microscope give false coloration readings. Uh, uh, again, I'm gonna pass on this one. It's not going in my good spot. Going in the get rid of it spot. What else do we have here? You have a line from the T of Jovita, A, to the I, up to the D. It's very minor, but it's there. It's not a scratch. It's one of those the flake offs of something from the die of the planchet, and then pressed into the coin. That's my guess. I'm not an expert about it, but it makes sense because of the height of where it is. If it was on the planchet and the die came down and just kind of smushed it out, and printed the lettering, casted the lettering, it would look three-dimensional. So you sat down inside it. It's not supposed to be there. So is that an error? Is that a mint error? Or just mint sloppiness? I don't know. You got all this staining everywhere. And I heard that, these years, that 23, 20, they had to do a catch-up, try to get as many coins made as possible because they're short on the coinage. So they say, well, don't worry about washing them too much. That could be the case. You don't wash the coins, you're going to get impurities. Either, little chips, lines. That's definitely a line right there. Is it something that I would say, wow, look at that? No, it's just, not a mint error, mint sloppiness, mint oversight. I don't know. I'm gonna put down the mint. That's my opinion. I don't know what you think. Right out of the gate, look at that T. I know that's a scratch. Look at the eyebrow. Same thing. Now look at that cheek. No doubt. That's a chip from somewhere. George did not have moles. This coin, just because of the location right there, I'm going to keep this one. Because, it's a die chip error, debris. I don't know what I'm going to call it on my listing. It's like debris. Debris means a lot of things. Could be from the die, could be from the planchet, could be from somebody throwing metal around. I don't know. But it's not supposed to be there. And I'm sure you can't peel it off. And that one's in a spot where George's got a mole. Let's say Jovita Idar with George with mole. That'll work. I know he had one on his nose. It's very popular listing. So, alright, this one's going to be George with a mole. or a birthmark. Kind of stands out if you look at it. All right, enough of you. See this one. Little crack in a hand. No, it could be. It could be a scratch. Just feel scratch. That could be a scratch or piece of debris. Just don't know. Scratch. Look at the edging of the coins. A lot of it looks like it lets go. You know, during the press. You know, when pressing the die. It bounces around. Yeah, edging. I don't even know what to do with this one. Oh, look at George, see what's going on. There's not enough going on. God we trust. There you go. Now that's a die chip. That's a die chip to write home about. Look at that. No doubt. The shadowing. It's George with melanoma. We're going to save that one. Yeah, see that one stands out quite a bit. It's got a little bit on it. That's a scratch. Date's clean. Yeah, so you come over here, you see that. No doubt. That's foreign matter, the debris. Chip, whatever. It's there. It's in the coin. That's an impurity. I don't know what it's worth. You know, it's there. I'm going to save that one. It's interesting. I wasn't expecting on saving so many of these coins. But there's so many with issues. You know, get a couple and change, or, you know, circulated, you know, quality, and you find this and that, you know, alright. So you get 100 from the mint, and you got so many errors, so many blemishes. You say, when do you say when, you know? You say, so I was hoping to get like a nice die break, or, you know, double die or something. You know, that's wishful thinking, but you never know. Comes straight from the mint, you know. Nobody looked at it yet, really. You know. At least that's my way of thinking. Liberty. See a nice clean cheek on this one. There you go. This is a typical cheekbone. No dye chip on it. Hey, he's got one on his neck. Look at that. You can't escape him. I don't think that's a nick. Yeah, looks like a little blob of solder. Yeah, you know what? It's not enough for me. The other one's different. It's a little heavier, more defined. That one's just, it's just too minute. And these coins are littered with this stuff. It's not gonna increase any value. There's so many of them. Unless one looks like finding a potato chip that looks like the state you live in. You know, that's basically. You know, if you got a chip or a break or whatever, some kind of disfigured deformity on a coin that has interest in it, yeah, you know, you got something. Like, oh, that looks like, look at that. That's a double scratch? Could be. It probably. The spacing. Just got a little wiggle in the hair. Yeah. Pay no mind to it. Hey, quality control at the Mint. This it's stained but not as bad. Yeah, you still see it. But some of the stains, like here, right in the middle, that stain, it shouldn't be there. Unless I'm wrong. I mean, maybe it's just the coloration. I don't know. You know, the slight raising of the coin, the field. Because you know, you see it on the high points here, you know, like angle of the light. But maybe I'm the crazy one here. I don't know. Let's look at George here. Maybe it's my magnifying thing. That's a cut right through that T. Up to the pile. Nothing special going on. Another one. Excuse me. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting close to our end again. I guess could speed up the video. Just kind of splash through it. I can't imagine people sitting through this with me. See all these issues. Yeah, that's a coin scratch. You know, easily tell. Another stain. She's got a dimple on her chin. Could be a scratch. Alright, other side. And what the heck is that? My cat? Let's see. No, you know, no, nothing for me. Oh, what's that on your chin, George? He's got something on his chin. You can change the light on it. Yeah, he's got something on his chin. Again, it doesn't look like the state of Florida. I'm not concerned about it. It's like, yeah, I got this, I got 20, I got 200 of these coins with little chips, bumps, and garbage all over them. We try to sell them for $50 each. No, look at that. What is that chip on his chin? You know, mention it below. 57.30 on the timer. Never seen that. Because it doesn't even cast a shadow. It's not something I have on there. I don't know. But he definitely has some rash on his cheekbone. Something. He's got acne. Well, that's a coin rub. Alright, enough of that. I'm just going to put it aside because I don't know. The mystery spot. Have to get back to that. Yeah, I don't see any value in it, but, you know, it's not common. Come on. There you go. Gouge on the forehead. Gouge on the cheek. Maybe it's just the composition of the metal. I don't know. There's more. There's you know what that is? That's a scratch. It's another flake or chip or something. Very thin. You know what? She's got a couple on her cheek. Yeah, there you go. Big old chip on her cheek. I should try to zoom in on that one. Yeah. He's got chicken pox. You know, again, that doesn't do anything for me. I wouldn't want to have to buy this coin, spend extra for it. It's like nothing special. The tiny little blemish that looks like it's embedded in a coin. Is it an error? Yeah. Is it a good error? No. It's just, I mean, all of this stuff, it really reminds me of just poor workmanship, quality control. It was almost like the coins were made and they didn't care how they came out. Let's see if the same thing is repeated in a Denver pile I got. Maybe not. I'll know for sure when I open them. It's a big stain right there. No, I don't see nothing. Got it.
Kicking the door, we in the phone.
Alright. Just gotta get rid of that one. Let's go over here. Something going through the Mexican Mex. What that is. Casting a shadow of some sort. Alright. Little Nick. It's a big old drip right there. And more of these little real thin flakes. Impurity. I just don't know. And a little one up there. It seems like they're everywhere. Alright. Let's see what George has to say. Scratch. Oh, those pock marks. He's got a lot of pocks in his cheek. Staining. I'm almost tempted to open the Denver bag just to peek at a few of them. But yeah, I don't think that's a scratch. Put different light on it. You can see the angle changes. It's definitely like a pock or something. The die was damaged. I don't know. The same thing up there. I don't think it's a die, because if it was a die, you would see that in more than one coin. Yeah. It's not enough for me to get excited over. But you know what? I'm going to hold on to it just because it's different. Different. Well, let's try this. Somewhere we're going to get a good representation of a real era. Yeah, some of the hair. And this one right on the end of her mouth. That I've seen similar, That one looks like it settled there. If you look back and you say that, really stands out. Like she got a big old pimple on it mouth.
It's right next to it. We can check on it. The nurse fucking goes there till like 11, so it goes through the open.
And see now on this angle, kind of goes away. So I'm glad I came over here.
Back in the day when games would come out,
Here.
you know, midnight release.
So it just could be a reflection of the indent. So we're gonna call it that. Alright, and flip it over. I'm sticking with it. That's my story. I'm sticking with it. Let's see, what has George got here? I just want to see one good double die or something. Or offset. Everything's. And that part of the coin is pretty consistent. Not that one with the line, the circle line going around. I have to look more into that. See, it's got a scratch across the cheek. No, nothing's standing out for me. Next. Let's see. A little bit of issue on the cheek. This field. Another little flake right there. And another one up there. And that's not a scratch. That's something. It's a little chunk of debris. That's a scratch. You can see it. Enough of that. I just start looking for big errors. Just give up on that fine detail stuff. But the new coin, you gotta do it. You gotta. That's a coin dent. Little scratch. Piece of debris. Now this one's going a regular pile. Getting down there. Then we're gonna have to do one last video. This one will be closing out after this coin. Yeah, make it straight. I can't do that. Alright. The Resh coin. Don't see anything here. Going across the anchor, the blanca. It's a scratch. Look at that line. That's got that debris in it on the hair. Again, it's not like I haven't seen that. Doesn't do anything. Alright. That's it. We're gonna shut down this one and do a final video that'll round off this bag of 100. Again, thanks for watching, and please comment below, and we should get the one last video in to finish out this bag of 100 Jovita Idar US Mint quarters.